Everyone tell me you're good, and we'll get started with Coach Greene. All right, who wants to lead us off?
Coach, Jacob last week had a lot of high praise for John kind of emerging into that star role. How have you seen him kind of step into that role when his number is called to fill that hole?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, he had to kind of move there out of necessity. He had a couple guys in and out with some different things, and he went in there. He's smart as heck. He's tough. He's dependable. He does his job, and he makes plays. So I think him being able to do that gives us some versatility on defense in terms of our personnel, and he'll be in there taking some reps there. He stays with Coach Wood in meetings and does some inside linebacker stuff as well. But just a very versatile player that can do a lot of different things for us, and just good at a lot of different stuff. So.
When was the first time you put him in at star?
Probably practice 4 or 5. I think might have been the first day. So he's probably been there about a week. And there's a lot of similarities in our defense to what the wheel linebacker does and some spread sets to what the star does. So he had some very familiar with a lot of the techniques and the rules of those positions. So it was a really smooth transition, and just gives us another personnel package option that we can use on any given week. So
how much are you splitting the percentage of times with the?
Probably 50-50. I mean, normally we'll do a rack and he goes there, and then we'll do another rack and he's back at linebacker. So the good thing for him, he's really smart, and so it doesn't kind of mentally overload him at all. He just kind of picks things up, and again, he meets with the linebacker still, does some star indie stuff, and so he just natural at doing it. So it hadn't been an issue at all for us so far. So
I know you said it was out of necessity.
Yeah.
How quick and how willing was he to hop in?
Oh, he is a team guy. I mean, you put him at any spot on special teams, he's going to bust his tail. It was, yes, sir, let's do it. And, hey, like I said, just an awesome kid, a joy to coach. So.
Who's showing the most versatility to you?
Outside of John, the guy I'm going to give a big shout out to is Luke Dillingham. He's played all 3 different spots. He's played star, he's played both safety spots so far, and kind of just moved around and been a Swiss Army knife for us. Cole and BJ both have the ability to move to different spots as well, just because they're experienced. But in practice so far, John's obviously played multiple positions, Luke's played multiple positions, but those 2 guys stand out for sure.
Do you have AJ back now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, today was one of his first days back, so he's going to be good to go. We'll just get him up to speed. Like I said, he's an old guy. He's played over 1,000 reps of college football in games, so it's just getting him the reps he needs. We were able to do a lot of stuff with the walk-through room upstairs with a lot of those guys that have been banged up, and I think that's eased their transition back into practice in terms of alignment, assignment, and just where their eyes are supposed to be, their initial footwork, all that good stuff. So it's been a big help for us.
How do you feel about your depth behind Cole and Brendan?
Good. I mean, good young guys that are getting better day by day. Malik Escara, Peyton Morgan, Oliver Miles, those guys kind of fill a lot of those roles. Those guys made some play. They make plays when they got opportunities to, and then sometimes they may not do something quite right, but we get it fixed for the next day. So I think those guys are going to help us this year in terms of accomplishing our goals on defense. They all got the talent. They're just gaining the experience day by day.
Are there any of those guys that are leaning on Brendan or Cole for knowledge with all the amount of games that they've played?
Yes. I mean, obviously, when we're in the meetings, obviously I'm doing a lot of the communicating, but hey, if you have a question, go ask Cole or BJ. That's kind of how we believe things. If you don't want to come ask me, go ask one of those guys, and then you can lean on their experience, lean on their leadership, and those guys do a phenomenal job with that. So, yes, sir, for sure.
Where do you think this team is where you want it to be at this period of time?
I mean, I feel really good about it. You have really competitive practice. I've been a part of teams where, hey, the defense got after the offense in practice every day, or the offense got after the defense in practice every day. I mean, it goes back and forth between period to period, and then sometimes within a period, we may get after them for part of the period, they get after us for part of the period. And to me, that's when you're going to have the best teams, because that means both sides are good and there's a small margin for error. So when guys make simple mistakes, it's going to get exposed in practice because you're playing against good competition. So.
What does this team measure among other teams you've coached?
Oh, the last 2 years, the best 2 teams I've been a part of the last 2 years, I was at Tulane. This team will be, in my opinion, probably going to be better than that just because of some of the talent, obviously, at the Power 4 level. We were able to, the last 2 years, I think we've had 6 DBs get opportunities to go in the NFL. I think we're going to be right along I was talking about my previous stop, but be right along with that here. I think we got a lot of guys in the room that can go on to the next level. And I think we got the same character as a lot of those teams. You know, you have your older guys or leaders that come in, like a lot of your best players are your best people, and they come in and put the work in every day, set the example. So it's really easy to follow when you're really good players are also really good people and have professional work habits. So.
Is your usage of Curry very package specific, or do you see him at all like competing for that starting spot?
It's package specific to be like, but we may start a game in that package. You know what I mean? And that's the good thing about a lot of the talent that we got is we got to find ways to get people on the field. You know, and that packages are a way to do that on defense. If a guy is really good at a certain thing, okay, let's be in this package versus this personnel grouping or at this point of the game, so we can utilize those talents. So.
And then Cole's obviously a natural leader because
Yep.
of his age, but from the first time we met him with media into now, he seems like he's opened up a lot.
Yep.
Curious how you've seen him grow into that kind of a leader, a very vocal leader on
Yeah,
defense.
no, it's been great. It's like he's the type of guy, like he knows when he first comes in here, he's got to go prove it and earn it. So I think he was a little more reserved when he got here. So he wanted to go show guys that, hey, I'm about the right things. I'm going to handle my business and do it by example first. And then as you do that, now you can gradually be more vocal over time, you know, and I think now that progression has naturally happened where he's gone and shown that he's going to do things the right way. So now he's earned the voice that he's probably had in his previous school, and now he's earned it here as well. So.
And you said this was AJ's first practice back?
He's done a little bit, some here and there, but this was really probably the first time we got back in team. So.
At 100%, or what would you say it's at?
Yeah, right around there. He's going to be. I'm not worried about him. He'll be good to go. So.
And on the same line, Dingle, is he working?
Yeah, he's back as well. So.
How many practices has he had?
He's probably been back all week at various parts. Yes, sir. So.
All right, let's let Coach go and we'll bring
Cool.
Coach.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.